always manages to ask at every moment the right question. And the right question is the one you don't want to have to answer. Right? It's the difficult question that says, well, what if things were different? And I think the most interesting arts organizations that succeed in holding those disparate pieces together that you mentioned are the ones that actually are always asking themselves the question they don't want to have to answer, the difficult question. And if you enjoy that, it becomes like a chess game. Well, if we did this, then what?
We're talking in this program about also becoming an entrepreneur. How imaginative, how far out can you go before you risk offending the cultural commissioner, the art critic of the, I don't know what, Fox Network? Okay.
That's my ambition, is to
How do you make that decision?
That's a brilliant question, because that is the constant dialogue within the institution, where we have a dual obligation, which is on the one hand to make sure that our history, which is really the history of modern art from, let's call it, the end of the 19th century to the present, is being constantly thought and rethought, and at the same time pushing the envelope to try and discover where the edge of contemporary art is and will be. And from my perspective, you have to be risk-seeking, not risk-averse. You have to be willing, actually, to get the phone call from the commissioner saying, "Are you out of your mind?" Mercifully, this commissioner doesn't do that.
I was going to say, have you gotten that?
I was going to say, can you put up a wall there?
But you have to be willing to go there. And the reality is, the friction is where it gets interesting. I mean, you don't want to always live in a state of friction, but you want to be able to do projects where you don't know how the public is going to respond, where there's going to be an element of uncertainty and risk, because inevitably, that's where the greatest creativity is going to occur.